Good morning. Good afternoon, y'all. It's Cass. So today, guys, we're shooting a music video to my song Heist. So I'm excited. It's been a long time coming. I have this crazy vision and I'm gonna have to tone it down because I'm not on a budget. But it's okay. It's still gonna be great. And yeah, y'all are along for the ride. We are dressed black on black. Ski mask for a hint of pink. So for my first scene, you guys, I decided to go with the simple, seamless, pink, savage paper backdrop link below. I'm lighting with my two newer lights on 3200 100%. I'll link those lights below in my Amazon shop as well. And then for this, I'm just performing with my simple black look, ski mask. And so I did those for a close-up scene as well as a scene that was a little further away. As you see here, I performed with the music in slow motion at about 50%. And then I sped it up in post editing, which I'll show you guys to get that choppy look. I don't know what it's called. I always just say choppy look. Anyways, for the next scene, you guys, I'm setting up my black backdrop. This is just a simple cloth backdrop. And then these newer lights have settings. So I'm using the police siren settings to get this effect. And then once again, I'm just recording a scene here also at slow-mo speed and speeding that baby up. And then for this next scene, I pretty much did the same setup, except I wanted it to be slow motion. So I slow-moed everything at about 25% in order to achieve this. I shot at 60 frames per second using my Canon 70D OG. Next scene, I decided to throw in the green screen so I could have my three characters. I basically just performed in front of the green screen, threw in this backdrop afterwards of this pink bank that I really liked. And then same thing for this scene, just threw in a padded room for the asylum scene. And yeah, let's go into editing. Show you how to do this. Time to edit. So I edited this in Final Cut Pro X. I already have my project set up and I just drag my clips into the project library. I'll link a basic tutorial if you need it. Beginner, user, tutorial. I uploaded the wrong clips. Get the right one, Cody. There we go. That's it. See, just drag them up in there. All right, so I'm gonna hop in. Go ahead and drag this baby into the timeline. For this tutorial, I'm gonna show you guys just how I sped up the audio. So right here, the audio was being played at 50% slower than the actual song, and so I'm just gonna skim it real quick, and then you guys will see me speed up the clip 2 times, and that will basically put the audio at the correct speed. But as far as my movements, they'll be a lot more choppy. So right now you see they're kind of more smooth, semi slow-mo. So right here I'm gonna add 2 times, and then when I play that back, dang, that's the fan on my computer, so loud. It's gonna be a bit more like sharp movements. Pop that. Anyway, so as you can see, you guys, the whole background's not pink here, so I'm gonna show you guys how I made it all pink because my backdrop's not big enough. I haven't perfected this technique yet, but this is what I've done so far, and once you add a color grade on top, it's Gucci. Anyway, so I'm gonna trim it just to make this a little bit easier. We're zooming in with the zoom tool. You can just press Z on the keyboard to zoom in. So I'm gonna go into generators, and I'm just gonna get a generator, which is just a plain custom generator to use as a backdrop. Generators are backdrops for text, whatever you need them to be backdrops for. And then I'm going to click on my clip, go into effects, and I'm gonna look for the draw mask effect because I need to draw a mask around what I want to get rid of that wall that I don't want in the back. Just gonna zoom out on the frame a bit and then draw a mask around what I want. Okay. Bam, got rid of that, but my generator is black, so I want to get the generator as close as possible to that pink color. So I'm just going to my inspector window, and I'm using the eyedroplet tool. So I clicked on the little color in the generator, and then I'm using the eyedropper tool just to get the best pink I can. Obviously with shadows and lighting, it's not perfect, but I'm going to go back to my clip into the video inspector, and then I'm going to play around with the feather, which helps a bit. So I'm just playing around with feather, fall off, opacity, tiny bit, just to kind of match it. Like I said, I haven't perfected this technique, but this is what I do so far, and it's not too bad once you smack that color grade on it. And I'll attach a color grading tutorial because I have a few out there. But that's that clip. I don't hate it. I honestly quite love it, but yeah. I love anything pink, honestly. Anyways, moving on. So now I'm going to show you guys how I did the slow-mo slash black backdrop edit. So I'm opening a new project here to show you guys this. I'm just going to find this clip that I took in front of my black backdrop. Once again, I'm taking away the audio. This clip I actually slow-moed it. Even though I performed it slow-mo, I also slow-moed it because I just wanted it to be really smooth. Like, I feel like the beat needed some cool slow-mo clips. So I'm just finding a nice part right here to slow-mo. Going to slow that baby down, click on the speedometer, slow it down 25%. I shot these at 60 frames per second, so that's why I can slow it down to 25% and still get that smooth slow motion. And then I'm taking my selection here, playing it through. Yes, gal. Yes. I love it. Anyways, so now we're going to do a very similar technique by adding a custom generator to the back here, because obviously we don't want that wall in that background. And once again, going to add a draw mask, drag that baby onto there, zoom out a little bit, and just cut out what I want. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bam, bada boom, end where you started, and that will cut that baby out for ya. So now I'm applying that feather again, a little bit of fall off. Obviously with the crazy lighting going on here, it's not perfect, so we're gonna try to perfect it as much as possible. I'm gonna add a Vignette Mask. Since it's a black backdrop, you can kind of manipulate it with the Vignette Mask. And then I'm going to make sure that Vignette Mask is over my draw mask. And then we're just going to manipulate it a bit. Move it around. Do your thing, chicken wing. Vignette's kind of cool on a black backdrop because it kind of gives a spotlight feel. And then I'm going to go into my color board and I'm just going to drag down some of the exposure here just so I can really make it look like a spotlight. And there we have it, folks. Let's get y'all the full screen view there. So that's how we did that right there. Alright, last but not least, the green screen scenes. So I'm going to open a new project to show you guys this, drag in my little green screen scene. I shoot with CineStyle on the Canon 70D, which is like this color style you can add, so it kind of takes away a lot of the, sucks away a lot of the color, which isn't necessarily the best thing for green screen. So this is not going to be the perfect green screen, but anyways, you'll see how it's done. So I'm gonna chop up this part that I want to use. Once again, you guys, I just sped this up 2 times so that it would be at the same speed as the actual song. So now I am going to rotate this clip because it is obviously the wrong way. So I'm gonna hop into my video inspector and I'm gonna do -90 rotation, and then we're just gonna zoom out a little bit since it's a green screen. We can cut out the background. Simple as that. I found this padded room photo, so I'm adding that to the background, and then I'm just gonna scale it to fit the screen as well as make sure it's centered because I'm a little bit OCD about that. So I use my X position to drag it and center it, and now I'm gonna go into effects, keyer, so I can get rid of this background, keying, and then just dragging that keyer. And bang, it gets rid of the background. If you click on it, you can add some other adjustments to it if you'd like. I was trying to see if I could turn down the greens and saturation, but I don't know, it didn't look like it. We'll come back to that one day. Anyways, so I'm going back into my video inspector, and then you can just use like fill holes, edge distance, spill level. You can play around with all these different effects. Just try to get it where you want it best you can. You can even fill out the edges. If you saw my green screen edit, you saw me use like sample color to help out with stuff. Do what you gotta do, boo. Anyways, so that's the final green screen clip. Same thing for the other green screen clips. I just layered all 3 personas on the green screen. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, this tutorial. Can't wait to see what you guys create. Bye!